friend.
Hey guys, my name's David, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make this little necklace. This is a necklace I made with my name in Japanese. Now this is just an example copy because I'm going to make them a little longer so that way they look a little longer on your neck and everything. I'm going to show you the ones I'll be using because I'm going to be doing these for the kids at my church as well. But yeah, and so forth. This is one of the kids' name. If you don't know how to read Japanese or anything, then you will not be able to know what that says. But if you do, you know what it means. But these are what I'm going to use, but I'm going to have to remake them because I want to put this color background on the back of them. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using to do that. I'm going to be using these markers, the red, yellow, orange for boys, and for the girls, which is only one girl in our class, I'm going to be using the light pink, hot pink, or magenta, what you want to call it, and purple. I just call it a hot pink because it looks like a hot pink. And what else is going to be included on this is some yarn. This yarn right here, the blue and black and gray, will be used for the boys, while this pink fuzzball looking one will be used for the girls, or for that only girl in my class, or in our Sunday night class at church. So yeah, I thought this would be an awesome little project to do. So I'm going to clean up what's up on here, and I'll be back in 1 second to start the cutting process. Okay guys, welcome to the second part of this video, or not second part, but the continuation of this video. So basically I'm going to take just this one card, which I feel like I need to cut that a little straighter because I ain't straight. Where are my scissors at? Right there they are. So I'm going to kind of cut this a little straight. Just eyeballing it. There we go. These things are really hard to cut straight. There we go, that looks a little better. Okay, get the little trash up that don't want to come off. I'll just set it aside and I'll throw it away here in a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is trace these out. So I'm going to grab my, it should be in here. Actually that would be better, a darker one. Actually this would be good. Okay, I don't know why I got so many of those pencils. Okay, I'm going to use one with the sharp one anyway. Where is it? No, that's not it. What is that one? Okay. Okay. I grabbed one that is, you probably can't see the marking on here, but it is literally right there. But it says 2H, and it's like faded out and everything. And the point is a little better. So, I didn't want to move my 2 gigantic bottles of water that are right here, because I need those for what we'll be doing. So basically what you're going to do is now take it and make lines of them. And I need about, let me see here, there are 6 names plus mine because I'm going to redo mine. There are 7 of them I need to make. I feel like redoing one for my brother as well. Sorry if my hand gets in the way, because I have to use my fingers to hold it down. and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll see you when I get near done. Okay, guys. I am now doing the last one, and then right after that, we will cut them out. What I was thinking of doing is for the boys, keep all theirs together, including mine, so that way I can do the red, orange, and yellow all at once, because the paper itself is thick watercolor paper, so it's made to hold water, because I'm going to be using water. That's why I got these two big gigantic bottles out, to finish it up. So I'm going to do the cutting process now with my gigantic scissors. And what was left over, I'm going to use to turn to watercolor bookmarks, because of the fact that I don't want to waste any paper. I want to make sure I have like something around that I can always scrap with or use for something else in the future. Guys, I just came up with that idea. And I'll tell you about it here in a minute after I get through cutting the rest of this out. So yeah. So I just realized I'm going to have like one big old piece left over. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This big old part right here. Because my line is right here that I'm going to have to cut. So what I'm going to probably do with that piece, this one I might just use for scrap because of how small it is, and this one I might use for watercolor bookmarks, and this one I've already decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it into a watercolor postcard, where you pretty much make postcard, or like, you know, those little postcards that people usually send to you with like the beach or whatever on it. Yeah. But I'm gonna get some stuff moved around here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the one for the girls and then the one for the boys. And maybe later on in the video I'll probably do like a little watercolor postcard that someone can send to someone. It'll be like a little tiny postcard and interesting. So yeah, because the paper is like thick enough to be postcard, like cardstock or whatever. So but anyway, see y'all here in a few minutes. So guys, for this next part, since I have these outlines on here for the boys, I'm afraid by the time I do the whole coloring process for the boys, I'm not going to be able to see it. So what I'm going to do is take a black Sharpie. Yeah, I have Sharpies sitting over here on this side. Oops. I forgot to zoom the camera in. How dumb was that of me? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to outline these a little better. Let me grab my ruler. I'll put this right here in the top drawer, because then I can make my outlines a lot better and erase those wonky lines. So then they'll be a little bit more straighter for the boys and stuff. The girls are about somewhat straight, so it doesn't really matter what I look like. So yeah, that one's for the girl because of the fact there's only one girl in our class, and I thought I would do that for the girl. Just use that one for the girl. So Okay, the black ink is not showing up that good. Probably because I haven't used this pen in a long time. There we go. Now, off camera, I am going to be doing something. There's something I gotta do that I cannot do on camera. But right back here on the back, it's gonna have the pronunciation or what the actual name looks like in Japanese. But it's also gonna have their name in English, and it will show how it's pronounced. I'm gonna tell you what mine is in Japanese, and mine is pronounced de bi do. And then the last part of the name is Greene. Now Greene didn't have no meaning, so I couldn't write down the meaning of each letter of those in the name. So De in my name stands for merge or exit. B, bi, because I is pronounced it as a E in Japanese, stands for beauty. And do, effort and trial. So yeah. I didn't write it on the back of the other one because I wasn't going to be using that for me. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and finish up the lines and so on forth. I will see y'all whenever I get through with this, because it's going to be kind of hard. I don't think y'all want to sit through the whole entire video of me just doing this. So I'll see y'all whenever I get through. Okay guys, for that we're going to set this aside and let that ink dry, because we do not want that ink to be wet and we don't want it to smear or anything like that while I'm trying to do the process of coloring them and stuff like that. So we're going to wait until this is all dry before I use it, and this will be cut out later on because I'm going to do both the front and back side. So I'm actually, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and do the back side. I think that would take too long. Let's go ahead and do the girls first, the girls front side, and then we'll go ahead and do the back side for the boys. So yeah, I am going to set that right there and put my ruler back up since I don't need that anymore. Did I erase the lines? Actually, we don't have to erase the lines because you don't hardly see the pencil lines that I left in that. So let me put my eraser back up. And my compass. I don't know I have my compass up for. Oh, that was actually up for something yesterday I was going to do late at night, but I never actually had the chance to do it. So I kind of zoomed the camera in a little bit because I want y'all to see how I'm going to layer this down and everything. So I'm going to start with the pale pink. After this I gotta go check out my clothes. I just remember about my clothes. But I'm going to add some of the pale pink first. Just like so, in different aspects of the area. You want to make sure you go as much as you can over it, because of the fact you want it to get enough pigment where the pigment will stay on there. So I am going to go like this a little bit more with the pink. And probably about right here, and now stop. Yeah, that'd be good enough for that entry. Right there would be enough for it. So as you see, as an example of this pale pink, of what I'm going to be doing with the rest of these colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do the pink, the magenta, and purple, and see you in a few minutes, so that way y'all won't have to watch the whole entire thing. And y'all can just watch little bits and parts of it, of like the ending of the purple and a little bit of this right now. So anyway, I'll see y'all in a few minutes. So guys, as you can see, I'm now finishing up this purple. And so forth. So as you can see, it is now done. And I'm going to set up, get a few more things for the watercolor, and when I get through, not watercolor, but for the jugs, which I have it zoomed out, I will have it zoomed out and everything, and so forth. I'm not going to do the names on it just yet, because I have to let it dry first before I can do the writing the names on these little things. But I will be showing you what I'll be doing for that process. I would be using this deep. This is like a storage container. I'm gonna be using this to put the paint in. So I'm only gonna be using one color, and that is this black watercolor paint, and so forth. So I'm gonna, as a start, I'll go ahead and show you this part to show you how I'm gonna get the names on there. Because that's what I did the first time, and I'm gonna go ahead and have this out and set aside out of the way, so that way it won't be in my way. This little my little workspace. Anyway, see y'all when I get back, or not when I get back, but see you in the next part. Okay, guys, for this part, I decided to zoom the camera out, so that way you can better see these two bottles back here. Then we'll pull up a little closer now, because they don't need to be that far back anymore. But this is my cleaning bottle, which basically I just dip in there and clean my brush and stuff from all this. When I get through with it, I'll show you here in a minute what I'm talking about. And then this side is for wetting the brush. One more thing I forgot to get out is a paper towel. Now the reason why we need a paper towel is because of the fact you don't want to use too much water, because these markers act like watercolor. I'm gonna go ahead and put these three back up since I don't need them anymore. So yeah. So now it takes a while for it to start behaving right the way you want it. You just have to get used to it, because it usually takes a while sometimes. But let's wet the brush a little bit more, and this time let's have a little bit more water, because then it'll start acting right. There we go. I think I had a little too little water. So So what's so interesting about this is it acts like watercolor paint. So you can just smear it around and everything. So yeah. Now it doesn't matter if you get these on your finger because these don't stain like actual watercolor paints. Watercolor paints you want to be careful with because they will stain your fingers. I mean, it ain't like they won't come off or anything. It's not what I'm saying, but it's just a hassle to deal with. So. Now, just in case you're wondering, why is the paper bulking like that? It's because I didn't set it or anything, like how they mostly tell you. And the reason why is because I don't have no masking tape, so I can't do that. But as you can see, I'm like going in different areas with this color to create different color schemes within the areas and let them blend really nicely. Now I am going to clean this brush off. That's all you have to do, really. Is stir it in there. If you get any on your fingers, all they have to do is just take the water, rub your fingers, use a dry paper towel. They'll somewhat come off, but they'll come off the rest of the way later for me. And I'm going to go ahead and set this aside and let it dry. It looks like it's bending, and the only reason why it's doing that is because of the paper will start to do that every now and then. So, and I'm going to do the back side later after it dries. But for the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start up on the boys and mine. So I'm going to set this right here to dry. Okay, but here's the one that I was telling you about that I'm not going to cut until later on, which I will be cutting off camera so that way you don't have to wait a whole long time. Sorry, right now I'm just cleaning this or trying to dry this brush off. I'm going to go ahead and get set up and I'll see you in the next part. So now for me and the boys, ours is going to be gigantic to color, so so what I'm going to do ahead of time is to kind of go ahead and do something like this. For the boys and for ours, just put some splashes of color somewhere. Pretty much just doing something like this. It's very easy and it's just very fun, so. Okay, now since we got the yellow on, let's move on to the red, shall we? So we're going to start up here with this. and do all the red up here. Now when we get to the center, we're going to divide the red with the orange. And for me to be able to see this, I can just hold it up like that towards the light, like some kind of lighting. I can see through it, so I can make sure that I'm getting it in the light, or make sure all the colors are getting on them. It doesn't really matter how much you add on there. I'm going to switch to orange and do this bottom part right quick. And then I'm going to switch back to the red afterwards. But it doesn't matter how much you add on there, because by the time we add the water, it's going to start blending and filling in the rest of the white spots. So yeah. So guys, I am going to pretty much see you in the next part. Pretty much, I'm just going to finish this up, and I will see you then when I get through. Because I don't think I want to sit here the whole entire time and watch me do this all day. So, maybe see you in the next part whenever I start adding the water. Hey guys, something weird just happened with my camera. So, don't ask why this has already been activated and why all this happened. So, yeah. Something weird just happened with the memory card, or with the camera and everything. So I decided to switch to the memory card reader itself, because this was damaged, but it was doing like really good. So I decided to use the one that was in my 3DS. I'm gonna move the micro SD card for that one up from the cabinet thing, so that way I won't like lose it or anything. So let's get back onto what we was doing till that happened. Basically, I was just talking about how when you add water, it starts to activate everything. So, and it starts making it look really good. To tell you the truth, I have a better brush for this, because this is going to take way too long. Go ahead and dry off this brush. Luckily, I always have a lot of brushes. So, voila. This is one of my paint brushes from my acrylic ones. So I want to use it more because I can get a whole range of mixture with it. Plus it can hold more water. I mean, it might be synthetic hair. Okay, what I need to do is first let it actually sit in the water a little bit more longer next time. And now let's check this out. There we go. This works better. It just sometimes takes a while for this kind of paintbrush to start get to going really good. So yeah. And the orange is very intense. I was not expecting that to be that intense. And it's looking really great so far, guys, as you can see. And this will pretty much be done here in the next few minutes. Let's probably go back for one more dip of water. Washing in water, so it comes out really nicely though, as you can see already. It comes out really nicely, just like how you probably want it. That's why I make sure I get all these white areas really good. So I'm trying to blend like red into it, and some orange into it, into that yellow, so it won't be so intense, because we don't want intense bursting colors. And it's really interesting just messing with this. I'm literally having, dude, guys, I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. I mean, it's always fun to always have fun with art. It's not a crime shame to not have fun. Or it's a crime shame to not have fun when you're doing art, but as an artist personally, I always love having fun when it comes to messing with stuff and just seeing how it comes out and stuff like that, and so on forth. So guys, when I come back, I am going to go ahead and color this and have it pretty much have it done on this side, as it is on this side. And when I come back, both of these on both sides will be colored all the way, and I'll be starting the process of adding the names. And I will have these cut out ahead of time, so that way y'all won't have to worry about watching me cutting them out and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a few finishing touch up in some of these areas. So yeah. But other than that, guys, I'll see y'all in the next part that I record for this whole entire one big segment. So yeah, I'll see y'all then. Okay guys, so here's the next part of the segment. This part. In this part, I'm going to go ahead and just do one name, and then after that I'm going to cut, finish the rest, and then show you how I do the necklace part, and then do the rest of those and show them off at the end. So basically, right here, as you can always see, this one's for the girls, and this is the girl's name. in Japanese. And this is one of the boys. I wanted to show you that I got them cut out and everything and stuff like that. So put them aside. We're going to just focus on this one name right now on camera. I will not tell you whose name it is because if I mention the name, the parent might get mad at me. So yes. Okay, in this little tin that you can see right now, right here, there's some black paint. I just wanted to show you that this is how I'm going to do things. So now we're going to use this eyedropper of water. As I said in one of my previous videos, that's what it's used for. Now I need a whole bunch of water here because that is a lot of paint that I'm going to be messing with. And I'm going to go ahead and mix in because I want all to be, I want a lot of pigment because I want it to show up dark. And everything on the paintbrush. And to make it what's it called? You just want to keep on stirring that paint in there until it looks like that, where it's just what doesn't run down, because that means there's more paint than water in there, and I want to make sure I have enough water in here to last me the whole entire time. So let's go ahead and wash off the brush because we ain't going to be using too much of that paint anyway at one time. So now I'm going to show you what to do next. Setting this aside somewhere. Moving some things over here. Moving my scissors out of the way since I don't need them. Okay. So I want to make sure the paint container stays in camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to dab some paint and then follow the markings. And basically that's all you're going to do. That's how easy it is. So I'm going to do the other name right quick to show you again. Whoops, I was meaning to curve that right there. Made it maybe a little too long. But I think it'll be okay because it still looks okay. Oh, whoops. I forgot one letter in her name. And I did not mean to do that. And it was right there. And it looks fine. So yeah, as you can see, that's what basically I'm going to do. So guys, I'll see you when I get through doing the rest of these names, and yeah, in the what should be the next to last of the segments that I've been working on. Hello guys, welcome back to, no, this is the next to last part, because the last part is me showing off all of them together. For this part, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. My scissors are up here. So basically, for this next part, I am cutting out a long piece of yarn, of the colorful yarn. Now this is a long piece, and the reason why, because I want to measure it out around my neck first, because I want it to last through these kids' lifetime. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take this needle and stick the yarn through the hole. And pretty much you're just going to keep on trying to pull it towards the point where both sides are lined up evenly. So yeah. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that guests walked into my room, my own brother, and just ignore his talking. As long as he doesn't talk loud, it should be fine with recording. What? So basically what I'm going to do is stick the needle through, just like so. Cut that off. Tie it where it won't come untied. Then we'll pull it back right here as far as I can. Take the other two pieces and stick it through the other half of the loop and pull it straight through. But basically, it should stay centered when they're wearing it. I'm going to cut the excess off back here. And then the only thing you have to do right after that is just pretty much measure it around your neck to get all sized up. And then basically that's about all you have to do. See you in the last part of the segment when I'll show you the whole entire, each and every single one of them when I'm done. So guys, for the end project, basically this is what they look like. Pretty much the boys will have this orange and red color, while the girls have this purple, pink, and light pink color. Purple. And on the back side, they will have the names in English, what the meaning of each letter in Japanese mean, and the names in Japanese at the bottom. As you can see, the girls has this pink yarn, while the boys have this blue and gray looking yarn. Well, hey guys, that's it for this video. See y'all in the next one. David Greene, over and out.